Hello and welcome. Name's Derek, and that's a physical media on eBay. Videos about what I buy, sourced videos, videos about what sells, what sold video. This is what sold video. Do a little dance. Home tonight. That's not the song. Someone commented that I was doing a little dance. So, yeah, I didn't get anything because there's not a lot to get. But enough. 264 in 6 sales. So the first one is got to get a book. All right. That's 1976, first edition. It's The Way of Karate, Beyond Technique. It's very clean. Okay, so it is a red bind. I believe I have in here. Yeah, it's a first edition. First edition, 1976. No barcode. Interesting topic. If you're just looking at the side, there are martial arts books out there. However, looking at the side, like, well, it's enough for me. But like, I don't see a lot of martial arts books. A lot of them aren't really worth much. But I know to just look something like this up. What's it going to take? Way, karate, and last name. Or just karate and last name. There we go. 75. And actually, I got my envelopes. So that I not only get the boxes from Supply Hut, the 6x3x2 boxes that fit in. I put eyeglasses and frames in. I got 400 of those for $65. So I got about twice as many of what somebody else would get, maybe because I paid cash and I picked it up at their warehouse. And I got these envelopes. Let me get some. And I got 200 of these envelopes from. I ordered these on eBay, and it was $57 for 200. So less than 30 cents each. And this book, by knowing the width, it'll just fit in there. And then if I can get another one over it, the 2 paddings for a $75 book is going to be plenty for protection. Because it is very, very clean dust jacket. So it's just getting the supplies, and I was on eBay for probably at least a half hour. So I knew the size, so I type in the size. I don't put the quotation or the X for the buy. I didn't put like 10 by 12. I didn't use the X. It just was like 10, 12, bubble, and then you go into shipping supplies or the business and industrial. And you just start scrolling, and then you can type in 100 to see what 100 would be, and then there's going to be a lot of sellers that have variations. So then you have to go into each like size and quantity and color and do those variations, and then you're going to have 10 tabs open, and then you open those tabs and you look and see which one of those is cheapest, and you close all the other ones and you keep that cheapest one open, but you put it all the way over to the far right so you don't accidentally close it. And you keep doing that, keep doing that for about however long you need to. And then, or you could type in 200 or 500. It's 8x11s. I'm not going to open the door. Although it's 30 degrees, the wind is about 20 plus miles an hour. It's probably wind chill's probably in the it went from 63 degrees yesterday to probably 13 with wind chill right now. All right, train. Yeah, so I might have to get. So after the turn of the year, I'll have that coupon for that quarter, the eBay coupon for that quarter, and depending on which supplies I'm going to need, I'll look ahead at the supplies, like which size and which supplies is it cheaper for me to just use a $50 coupon and figure out which quantity of what I need is going to be the most cost efficient. And usually it's 200 of any of the types of envelopes and boxes. I think I've done like some of the bigger, like the 8 by 6 boxes like this. I think I did some of those. But anyhow, you just have to try to keep track of what and where you can get your supplies for cheaper. And the bigger envelopes, Supply Hut didn't have any, and then that's what made me think it's like I need to make sure I do. And then you're just spending money now at the end of the year business expenses, so you get a bunch of what you need now. That way, it's more write off. But off topic, way off topic. I got envelopes for fairly cheaper because I took the time to shop for them. All right, DVD 19. This one should be relatively upfront. Cross, no, yeah, right there. Meet me at the crossroads. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Cleveland band, right down the road. It'd probably take me 15 minutes to get to that little East 99th and Bone Thugs and Harmony intersection. But Crossroads with, I think it was Bon Jovi, no, Def Leppard and Taylor Swift. Going international actually, but $15. Just relisted this one too. Or sell similar. Same thing with this CD I'm about to get. I just posted this one up yesterday. And a lot of these you can go, well, no, because you can't see when I actually posted it. But that's, yeah, because I cut the image down. And I hit the little highlight wand. There we go. That's why I do the self similar, and I look at the view count and so on and so forth. So anything that is, so I'll take all my listings and call them from the one that is going to be the oldest listed is going to be the top, and any of these view counters that have three or more, if it has 4 or 5, it's just going to get a click and come down, even if it's 8 months old or a year old or whichever. If it has 4 right there, I don't have to click to see how many it's actually got. It's just going to get a click. But if it has 4, then that means over the probably less than a year that the item has been up, that's enough to me. Like, yep, well, if I were to just reprice it by roughly 5%, 5 to 10%, and refresh the listing and crop the picture down, see what happens. But I'll do that all the way down to everything that I have listed for 3 months or older. Every once in a while, a few days, less than 3 months. And then sometimes if I need a few more, I will take the ones that I have price highest first. And then maybe I'll go down to it's been listed for 2 months and 25 days or 23 days. Usually it's 222 is like my lowest I'll go. That's just my arbitrary thing. So if it has enough views, and that higher price item will come down and get repriced, and pictures will get cropped if need be. That may be a big part of why it's always selling. So let's see this. This is actually Michael Grimm, Leave Your Hat On. So if it's that older, it's going to be likely up in here. So let's see. It's sealed. No, it's not. That's all the way down here. So either way, it sold for $29. So all that story for that, but I did get relisted yesterday. I don't know if it'll show on here. Yeah, online, I know that I could see, when I listed it, but it was redone yesterday. All right, gotta get the book. All right, this Jefferson Bible. Size of my hand. This is a 2024 cell phone model. It's Stylus G5, I think. All right, 31. I don't remember what I paid. Yeah, I think a book like this, most. I was just commenting with someone, I think a new viewer, new subscriber, uh, something along the lines of like my average, even if I look at it, my average cost of goods is still, regardless, going to be $2 average. For the most part, I'm getting it less than that, but there are a handful of things where it does, cost quite a bit more. All right, I have to get one of these here. So if somebody came in and bought all these, that would be great. But they did not. So a couple years ago, wife and I, this was August because I remember going out because I bought these. And it starts raining as I'm taking these out there. And each of these, as I'm pricing them, is anywhere from $200 to $1,000. Got these listed individually, and some did fairly well right off the rip. And some took a little while. And then I lotted them all together for like $2,000. For someone just take them, just $2,000. Just take them. It's one bit of a PETA thing that has to be packaged. So I have to do that a handful of times. Really don't want to for either way. So I was like, you know what? Some collector would love to have them all. And for like a year, it stayed like that. And then back, whatever the date stamps are on these, back at that time frame, I just took them outside, put them on the sidewalk, and laid them down. Took a picture of the front with the correct angle, and took a picture of the back. That's it. I mean, these things are. Want a picture of the side? You want a picture of this little bit of debris or this little bit of tape that's left over? A little. You want to zoom in on this? You're getting this picture kind of as is. It doesn't need a whole lot of pictures. So, I mean, some of them I probably put in there in like the description box. Some may have minor, print marks or scuffs or something. I may have put something like that on these. This is so esoteric of an artist and style and the type, the version of what it is. I mean, these are hand written in pencil and signed by the author of what these ones are. And these are artist prints. So these are the ones where like the artist says, yes, this is the print that I want to be mass produced. So this is the first of the first. Either way, so this one here, I believe it is this one, this cat one, was $75. But the rest of these, then I just got pictures of, and I forget how I priced them. Maybe it was height times width. If it was 10 by 10 or 12 by 12 or 10 by 15, it's $150. If it's 20 by 15, it's $300. Just arbitrary pricing like that. And they have kind of slowly sold off. I paid $8 each, but believe me, I got my money out of them. I still have, minus this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 left. But I had like 20. And I think with that, there's one more. That's why I'm just yammering on. It's 9/24, Friday. Tell you that much. Yes, it is the cat one for $75. In C26. Local H. Oh, wow, I've had this one for a while. Let's see if it is like in the middle. It is not. Local H. All right, this Local H, all the kids are right. Promo. I've had this for so long, I don't even have promo in the title. We got the whoop whoops. Again, Civic Center is right down the road. And the road I'm not too far off of is one of the main drags. And then there's 2 highway connections. Those are the loud whoop whoops. All right, view. I didn't want to do it like this, but I'm completely done. December 2023. Had it for 2 years. Finally sold for $18, $17, whatever it was. $17. All right. 265. There's that. I went ahead and got the stickers off the stuff. Oh, and to answer another question, someone asked and I typed the reply. So for the most part, the places where I go where they use stickers, the Goodwill and Ashtabula still put stickers on their stuff, but since I get there on a rotation enough, at least once a month, if not twice a month, anything that I'm finding has a fresher sticker on it, and it's only been out there for less than the time since the last time I was there. So more likely within a couple of weeks. Those aren't difficult. And it's not like they put the sticker on and they just press it down. They get a hydraulic press and they stamp it, stick it on there as tight as they can. No, it's usually a light pressing. They just put it on there real lightly because they know that they get complaints about the stickers. So very, very few and far between. But I had a sharp dinner knife. Since I've done already de-stickered all the stuff, this is it just happened to be a dinner knife. You know, I tried different ones. I was trying to get that real nice flat edge piece of tape from just what I had, and this is just one that just worked perfect. It's like this works perfect for what I need. I'm going to see if I don't need to be walking around with a knife in my hand. I know I have some CDs. So, for example, and this is from the Game Exchange, Record at CD Game Exchange. So, for example, is what I would do. Now, a lot of times these come up real easily. Now, these specific ones do. A thrift store sticker may differ, but the principle on how I do this is the same. So, I will just take this little blade and just get the right catch on that sticker and get just a little peel up. And then by feel, you're going to be able to feel on how it's peeling up to where you don't have to. On any of the stuff that's plastic, don't really have to worry too much about that because you're not going to ruin anything. So that's right now. So if I needed to real carefully, I'll do like that, right? So I don't need to for this one. I'm gonna leave that out because I want to make sure I put it back in the right box. But that's how I'll take those stickers off. For the most part, with the plastic cases, like that, right? So that had a sticker on it. I wasn't worried about getting the rest off. But whatever I can get for the most part, yes. If someone's like, dude, what's that sticker on the back of the case for? I don't know. It's probably price tag. I don't want that. Cool. All right, I'll swap out the bottom, the back. I'll just swap out the case. And I have loose cases of CDs and cassettes and things like that from just either getting multiple at a stop. There was a bad buy, something I scanned and it came up as $15 and none had, however I end up with them. But as soon as you end up with the few, and then I have a whole box down there, it's got like 200 CDs. That's just I'm doing nothing with right now. Not going to be listed. They're just leftover. So it's easy to replace the cases and the hinges and the doors. If there's a problem at a store with a case or something like that, most of the time I'll just swap the case out with another while I'm there at the store. I'm not going to open up a brand new CD just so I can get the brand new case. No, because it really doesn't matter. Books and things that can be ruined, such as just dust jackets, something that's few and far between that I really had to deal with. And as soon as it's either you could keep it on, you can use heat if you want. And I made recommendations before. You could do that with a hairdryer. A heat gun's just better because it's a better directed coil, as opposed to a hairdryer, which goes out like that. But a heat gun is Or you could put the item that has a sticker and you put it in front of your window when you've got the sun blasting through the window, and it'll heat that adhesive up. Come off a little easier, but then you stand more chance of leaving a lot more either way. Or you start taking it off and a little bit of damage does start to happen, or part of the dust jacket does start to peel. Then gotta bite the bullet somewhere. It's like you can minimize damage, or you but all right, it's there. This is how it's going to get listed. That amount of damage to a book, it could be a difference. It could be a $5 difference in the value, or it could be a $50 or $100 difference in the value. So, but for the most part, where I'm at up here, I don't deal with them. And when I do get stickers, they're like real small colored stickers, or stickers like that other one I was just showing, or like Volunteers of America and Savers. Those are water-based stickers. So the actual adhesive is the different types of polymers that they are, but it's also water-based. So it has more water. So it operates effectively in room temperature, just a little difference from there. And it's not likely going to be a problem to take off when it gets much older. The straight up paper ones from like Goodwill's, and there's another store I don't go to often. I don't even remember what it is, but mainly the Goodwills. Those are paper stickers. They use like a really, really strong sticker adhesive and not like a water-based one. So those ones will stick. Way off topic. That goes over here. There's that. There's those. Knife. So I knew with 6 orders it wasn't going to be a long video. But the book. All right, let's go to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. A lot of little tactics and little things that I do, my little operations, my day-to-day in the life of. But yeah, today I'm going to get the CDs and DVD. I hope to get all of them done, and it's 9:30 now. Hope to get all of them done, and the books will just be another day. Or either way, at least 25, 30 things are going to get listed. Tell me you think of going up. Comment down below. Subscribe. Share. It's all free. Help me. Help you. We're helping everybody. Appreciate it. Thanks.